Hello, my name is Jesse Gould. I'm the founder and president of a nonprofit called Heroic Hearts Project. And this is my video just to explain what we're doing. And I would be honored, I'd love to be a speaker at the Stockton University Psychedelic event. So if I can contribute anything, please let me know. I'd be happy and thrilled to do so. So my quick story is I'm a U.S. Army Ranger. I had 3 combat deployments to Afghanistan. I was a non-commissioned officer, so at any given time I was in charge of 30 or so junior rangers in both training and combat operations. When I got out, I was in finance, and unfortunately I started hitting mental health struggles, diagnosed with PTSD, struggled with a lot of anxiety, depression, alcohol abuse, etc., etc. And I quickly saw that the mental health options through the Department of Veteran Affairs were just very limited and underwhelming. Most of them go under a program of maintenance to where you have PTSD and you're just gonna have to learn to live with it with the use of some talk therapy and a lot of medications. And so I just found myself in this situation going downhill, and it didn't seem like the professionals could help. Fortunately, I heard about this psychedelic retreat. Never been interested in psychedelics before, really never thought I'd partake. But at that point, it was just the forces aligned, and so I took a leap of faith, went to Peru, went through a traditional ayahuasca ceremony. And if you don't know, ayahuasca is a hallucinogenic made of 2 plants that are found in the Amazon jungle. And these traditions have been going on for thousands of years. My experience was super challenging, but at the end of it, it vastly changed my mind about the power of these psychedelics and what they can do for mental health. Almost immediately, I felt like a new person, reset, and then following on, I just noticed continuous benefits that I couldn't just explain away. And so after that, really just became an advocate for these modalities, especially when used in the appropriate manner. And I started Heroic Hearts Project in 2017, one, to provide education and a voice for veterans seeking psychedelics or just at the end of the rope with traditional therapy, and providing them more options, more tools. So we've been operational for 5.5 years. We developed a program. Essentially, veterans come to us. We do intake. We provide 4 to 6 weeks of preparation involving individual coaching and group coaching. Vetted psychedelic retreat centers using a variety of different substances. Each one's a little bit different. And then aftercare, what we call integration phase, where follow-up, hopefully people get a profound impact from their retreat experience. And then afterwards is time to incorporate that in their life. And we've been having pretty tremendous success. Beyond that, we are involved with policy across the United States. If you've heard of any psychedelic bill, we've probably been involved with it. Oregon, Washington, D.C., the recent one, Connecticut, helped with Texas, and more to come. So we really just add the veteran voice to bills that are pushing for drug policy reform. There's also federal policy. So the recent Cory Booker, Rand Paul, right to try bill that involves psychedelics. We were involved with that as well. And finally, in terms of research, there's many ways. We share the story, have that emotional impact, which is very effective, but it only goes so far if you don't have the data. So we've worked with a variety of researchers. We've done our own independent studies. We're currently working with the University of Texas, Austin, Dell Medical School, that just created the first psychedelic center in Texas. And then we've worked with University of Georgia, University of Colorado Boulder, Imperial College of London, a variety of studies involving ayahuasca, involving ibogaine, involving psilocybin for mental health disorders like PTSD, depression, but also for physical trauma like traumatic brain injury. So pretty broad spectrum, just trying to see how these work, if there's different categories. And yeah, beyond that, just really trying to push this forward in whatever capacity, trying to educate so people understand what this is all about and the best ways to work with this and especially traumatized populations. Lastly, one of our biggest things is build community. Psychedelics are just a piece. They're not a magic pill to this. But what is really going to have lasting benefit is if we bring back sort of these community-centered support systems where hopefully people have access to psychedelics because they're such potent tools, but then afterwards they can go back to a group that understands them and also has other tools like breath work, meditation, that they can continue on and actually change their life and actually go from traumatized state to a thriving state. So thanks for listening. Would be honored to be a guest and help out this. And if not, then I hope the event goes extremely successfully.